Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Luna. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Vintage Matchbox Mondays. Episode 17, I believe, of Vintage Matchbox Mondays. And this week's edition is a very special edition. It is dedicated to Bog from Red Room Diecast. And this is also going to be my answer to the red car challenge that was set, I believe, by Paul Swark. I hope I've got his name right. I always get his name wrong, so I apologise to Paul for that. But anyway, I thought I would combine the challenge that Paul set out, the tribute challenge Paul set out, and combine it with Vintage Matchbox Mondays. And I know that Bog was, like I said before, excuse me, was big support of my channel and always enjoyed watching and always commented about my vintage pieces. So I thought, why not? So this week's episode is going to be all red vintage Matchbox. And again, the hardest part about this was trying to find what to show, as I have lots of vintage Matchbox that is red. So anyway, I've got about, looking around the table, probably about 15 pieces. So we'll just go through them, and like I said, this is for Bog, so we will get straight into it. So the one that's in the background first is a vintage Matchbox Superfast fire engine. I've forgotten the name of it now, but I will take a look at it. But again, this is from a car boot sale. I have shown this before. Most of these pieces I'm showing tonight, actual fact, all of them barring two, are all from car boot sales from last summer. So anyway, in pretty good condition, and the ladder still functions quite nicely, as you can see, with this little brain switched off hydraulic piston is still keeping it up. But it is the Mayweather, is it Merryweather? So it is Matchbox Superfast K15, I think it says Merryweather fire engine, 1971. So it isn't immaculate, but it is in very good condition for something from that age. So that is going to be the first piece. Then the second piece, we'll stay with the fire theme, and it is another one, obviously, another vintage Superfast. Just put the camera down a little bit. And again, I think this is just called the Fire Chief. Quite a strange casting, but I think this is what it is. It's one of Matchbox's own little 70s quirky made-up piece. Excuse me, got a bit of a dry throat. So there we go, Matchbox Superfast. I think it says number 64, Fire Chief. And it's in pretty good condition, and it still has its stickers, which is always a good thing to see. And then I think the next piece we'll go in. Oh, we've got another. I'm just having a little look around the table. We've got another Fire Chief car. In actual fact, we'll do all the fire stuff first. So we have got this rather unusual Fire Chief car. This is another Super Kings, and again, not in too bad a condition. Has a little opening feature there, which is closed there, and the interior is lovely on this. I haven't touched this car. It really is in nice condition. A few little flea bites. Unusual to still find the horns or the aerial on it, as they usually have long gone if these things have had any sort of play action, but this one has managed to survive. So there you go, Matchbox Super Kings. I'm trying to look for a copyright. 71. So that is pretty cool too. So that's another one to the fire collection there. And then one more from the fire engine lot, which is this one, which is obviously another Matchbox Superfast, and I believe it is the Matchbox Superfast, where we to number 22, Blaze Buster, which is pretty cool. And again, it's got a few flea. Oh, it's actually got quite a few flea bites. It's just starting to get on towards play worn, but it is pretty cool. Has its ladder still, which is nice to see, and it still functions. You've got a little engine down there, so pretty cool. So that's all the ones from the fire brigade. I didn't realise I brought out so many fire cars. And then a particular favourite of mine is going to be the BMW 323i. Again, Matchbox Superfast in very nice condition. And again, from car boot sale, wasn't expensive, couple of pounds I think. As you can see, well, you can't see as I've got a bit of glare. There you go. So Matchbox BMW 323i convertible in red. So that is a particularly cool piece. And then the next one is going to be, I'm just going to have a little look on the bottom. I'll just do it on the camera anyway. It is this awesome little Matchbox Superfast Mini, which is maybe 2. Matchbox Superfast number 14 Mini haha. So very, very cool. And again, really nice, quite nice condition. There's a few little chips and things here, but I won't do nothing to this. Like I said before, I've got lots and lots of. I'm very lucky to have quite a nice collection now of vintage Matchbox pieces that are in nice, beautiful condition, and I also have quite a nice collection of what I like to call survivor cars, and I have quite a nice collection of play-worn cars. But this is too good to do up. And like I said, I do restorations, but I don't really enjoy doing restorations because they're only original once. I mean, if it's something that's really beaten up, then I'll do a restoration on it, but I'm not into the restorations really. I prefer leaving them as they are. So anyway, that is the Mini haha. And then the next one is going to be this little Matchbox Superfast dump truck, I believe. Let's have a little look. So it just says site dumper. But it's pretty cool. 1979 copyright. In really quite nice condition. No paint missing hardly at all, to be honest. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure these wheels were. Excuse me. I think the wheels were chrome once. I was looking because sometimes they did do the wheels in black, and sometimes they did the wheels in chrome. As you all know, different variations. I have many Matchbox here that started off with black wheels and never had the chrome put on. Matchbox, with their variations, if they made, I think when Matchbox was at its height, I think they used to make about 3 million cars a week, I heard. So quite often they would run out of different colour plastics and different materials. So a lot of the variations were because they've just run out of that particular colour plastic, or maybe run out of that particular type of wheel. So that's where the variations come from and why they're so sought after. And then they would go back to when they got their colours back to the original, the original example. But then also they did make variations anyway, so it is quite confusing. But anyway, so that is that. And then the next one is going to be this little earlier Matchbox Superfast. I believe it's a Ford F100 pickup. So let's have a little look. Matchbox Superfast number 5 Ford, just says Ford pickup, but it is based on the F100. And again, in pretty good condition. Chrome works quite nice still. Does have this little removable piece at the back, which is always a little bit of a pain to fit as it's warped over the years. But it is nice to still see it because these bits are usually missing. Is it going to sit in place? There you go. So that is pretty cool. And then we've got a Ferrari F40, which again is in not too bad a condition, with its massive oversized badge. But it doesn't matter as it's Matchbox, and Matchbox is quirky, and that's why we love Matchbox, or at least that's why I like Matchbox. So there you go, Matchbox Ferrari F40. Just looking, there you go, 83 copyright, so fairly old now. And then we got an Alfa Romeo from the same period as that Ferrari, so again around about the 80s. So let's have a little look. Matchbox, obviously 1991 Alfa Romeo SZ156. So pretty cool, and again in quite nice condition. I got this one fairly not all that long ago, to be honest. I got this not that long ago. I can't remember when I got it now, but it wasn't that long ago. So that is the Alfa Romeo. Then we got a Porsche, and again going back to the earlier Superfast. So this is a Porsche. Let's have a look. So it is the matchbox number 68. So I've got a bit of glare going on. Porsche 910, 1970. So right when the Superfast wheels first pretty much come out. Superfast wheels, as far as I'm aware of, they came out about 1969, and by 1970 they had switched. So there is, there was. I have got some cars here that are from 1969 with the Superfast wheels on, but pretty much 1970 was the start of the Superfast wheels, and they'd all changed by that point. But again, in lovely condition for something that's from 1970. So it's older than I am. A couple more bits to go. We got one here. We got this pretty cool 24 hours service. So this is like a little tow truck, and it still has the functioning spring to the tow action, and it looks like it's based on a Ford. Just says breakdown van, 1985 copyright, but you can see it's based on a Ford van. So pretty cool, and you can obviously find something it will pick up. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. That is the 24-hour service breakdown truck, or pickup truck, tow truck, whatever you want to call it. And then getting to the last now. This is one I think I showed last week. So pretty cool. It's the little skip truck, I believe. We nearly got it. There we go. Number 37 skip truck. So that's pretty cool. And then the last piece is a piece that's boxed, as you can see. One of my favourite pieces in my collection of my vintage pieces, funnily enough. This came all the way from Australia, from Tyrone at Building the Ultimate Matchbox Collection. Very, very, very generously gave me this along with some other cars not all that long ago for working on a Jag for him. So check out Tyrone's channel, great guy, shows some awesome stuff, especially if you're into Matchbox like I am. He does all the old stuff and the new stuff, but this was a present from him, and I thought this would be appropriate for the last car, as not only is it one of my favourite pieces, and not only is it red, but Bog from Red Room Diecast loved racing cars. So anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more vintage Matchbox Mondays, vintage pieces in general, wheel swaps, customs, and all that good stuff to come. I am actually working on a couple of customs that I'm hoping to show, hopefully towards the end of the week. Go check out Paul's channel, Paul Swok. I can never pronounce his name. I will leave his name at the end. Have a go at doing the red car challenge in tribute to Bog. As I said, we're all going to miss Bog. Great guy. And I hope this is done. I hope this is all right to have mixed my vintage Matchbox Monday in with a challenge to Bog, or tribute to Bog. But anyway, with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon.